Welcome to the Stoic Quotient, where we don't sugarcoat suffering. We sit in it, where we don't flee from pain, we grow in it, and where ancient wisdom collides with modern fire. Today we are asking, how do we prepare for human destruction? And Stoicism in the face of war. What do we do when we can't look away from war, grief, and global collapse? In this powerful episode of the Stoic Quotient, we face the raw emotional impact of conflict in the Middle East and beyond. How it wounds generations, how children inherit trauma, and how even peace can feel like betrayal. This isn't politics, it's philosophy, and it's time we meet reality with clarity, with fire, with heart. The world feels like it's unraveling, thread by thread, soul by soul. Children are perishing in places we can't even pronounce, their names lost before they're ever spoken aloud. We scroll, we sigh, we keep moving. But deep down, something fractures. Even if we're thousands of miles away, we are not untouched. We feel it in the pit of our stomach, in the tightening of our chest, in the inexplicable heaviness we carry through the day. It hits us in our nervous systems, in the nightmares we don't talk about, in the quiet guilt of lying in a warm bed while another mother rocks her child beneath a collapsing sky. We tell ourselves there's nothing we can do, but the truth is, we are doing something. We're absorbing it, silently, involuntarily, constantly. We are not just watching war, we are wearing it. And whether we admit it or not, it's shaping us. It's shaping how we love, how we disconnect, how we fear, and how we numb. This isn't just their pain, it's humanity's, it's ours. And we ask ourselves, how do we hold this pain and not go mad? Why do they hate us? It's a question whispered in fear and confusion. We didn't do anything, but hatred doesn't always come from evil. Sometimes it comes from heartbreak, from grief, from generations of wounds no one ever named. People hate because they were ignored, because they saw their homes destroyed while others posted vacation photos, because their suffering became a footnote in someone else's political game. Sometimes we're hated not for who we are, but for what we represent. Power, arrogance, disconnection. That doesn't excuse violence, but it demands that we face the shadow we cast. If we don't understand why we are hated, we will keep feeding the war without even knowing it. When Rome stood on the edge of collapse, plagued by disease, rattled by war, and starving from famine, Marcus Aurelius didn't retreat into luxury or hide behind marble halls. He descended into the very chaos his people endured. He slept beside his soldiers on cold, blood-soaked ground. He walked among the wounded, not above them. And in the quiet moments between battles, he didn't write to impress history. He wrote to survive it. His meditations were not declarations of power, but desperate reminders to himself. To stay virtuous, to remain sane, to lead with dignity while the empire cracked beneath his feet. He knew that a man who cannot govern his own thoughts has no right to govern others. So while the world outside burned, Marcus Aurelius turned inward, mastering his mind, because he understood that true leadership is not about control, but about calm in the storm. He didn't run from reality, he met it face first, and that is why he still stands, not just as an emperor, but as an example of what it means to remain human when the world forgets how. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. That's Stoicism in the face of war, not numbing, not pretending, but staying present, even when everything is burning. Before you lead the world, you lead your breath. Before you fight injustice, you fight your own emotional chaos. What about the invisible war passed to our children, and while bombs fall abroad, another war is happening silently at home? The inheritance of trauma, even if you don't turn on the news, even if you live in peace. Children feel your unrest, they absorb your silence, they copy your shutdown. They may never hear a missile, but they will feel your unspoken fear. War doesn't always pass through blood, sometimes it passes through energy. This is how generational trauma begins, not with violence but with unprocessed emotion. So, how do we prepare for destruction? We don't prepare by building bunkers, we prepare by building resilience. We return to the roots of Stoicism. Control what you can, release what you can't. You can't save the world alone, you know, but you can choose how you respond. Yeah, with presence, with grace, and with grounded action. Face reality, all of it. Grieve, scream, pray, do what you need to do, but don't numb. Stoicism is not indifference, it's radical intimacy with what's real. Speak, especially to your children. Let them see you feel. Let them hear you name what's happening. Let them know you care. Strength isn't stoic silence, it's honest emotion. Train your nervous system like a warrior, not with force, but with stillness, breathing, truth-telling, compassion. Because when the next wave hits, and it will, you'll be ready to love louder than fear. This is the Stoic Quotient, where truth isn't avoided, it's honored, where pain isn't weakness, it's initiation, and where your clarity becomes your revolution. If this message reached you, don't scroll past it, sit with it, breathe with it, share it, because we are not here to be numb anymore, we are here to rise awake. The conversation continues in our next video, and the one after that, so please, return to this space. You are supported here, you are loved here, and no matter how heavy the world feels, there is always hope. Welcome to the Stoic Quotient. Subscribe for more insights. Give us a like if this message resonated with you, and share with others. Where peace begins in the soul, and spreads like fire. Thanks for being with us.